I was like, hold on.
Um, well, actually, okay. Have you ever gotten the urge to just go to war?
Not really.
You haven't?
No.
Missing out.
Missing out. Not
Yeah.
not on the war, but just the urge to go to war.
You're missing out on the urge to go to war, yeah. I've seen a lot of, like, you know the snail meme?
Yeah.
Like the things, like the Battlefield 1, like, thing. That, the Battlefield 1 thing, that's like, oh man, I kinda wanna go to war.
I can maybe see what you mean. Fucking.
Yeah. The masculine urge to go to war. I think it's just kind of, I think it's just a thing. I think it's just a thing that people experience at the time, just wanting to go to war. I don't actually want to go to war. I plan to never join the military actually, because I'd probably not make it past training, and if I did, I'd get shot instantly.
I would rather not go to war if I had a choice.
Yeah, same. But sometime, if I'm in the right mindset when the recruiter pops up, I might make no mistake.
Maybe.
Also, I noticed the way you fight is a lot of charging and then hitting.
Yeah. That's
You say
just
that's
mainly.
better.
Not necessarily. For pure vessel, it's really good. Yeah, I just beat him
Yeah.
again.
So like for pure vessel, it seems to be pretty good because it seems as though you don't get a lot of openings to attack more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do want to note that it is more damage if you do just rail on the boss.
The like pretty much there are like a couple of bosses that I don't do that for. Mainly being the Radiance and the Hornet 2.
You do that for Radiance?
Yeah, I have to go like quick slash for Radiance.
Quick slash is my constant.
That's fair, yeah.
I quick slash is good. Quick slash and unbreakable strength are it put together highest damage output. It
Yeah.
goes without saying that you also need a pure nail, but
Yeah, I do have that.
I bet you could have filled that one in yourself.
Side note, Radiant Hornet 2 is one of the most fun bosses in the game.
No.
At least for me it was. Radiant Hornet 2.
So yeah, Radiant is just like hitless, right?
Yeah. You get hit, you die.
Yeah. You're a psychopath. I want to see the Pantheon of Hollowness like all bosses back to back but hitless, but I realized that wouldn't really mean anything. The whole point of a boss rush is you're running out of health and resources.
Yeah.
It'd be the same as just fighting them all back to back, Radiant. Is what I'm saying.
I've tried doing like Pantheon with the fucking like the
All the
limitations.
bindings.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah.
bindings, but like that's just not fun. It's
What do the bindings do? Like, is the nail one? Does it actually mean you just can't use your nail?
no, it weakens the damage of your nail.
Okay.
So you do less damage.
Yeah, that's where I was confused.
There's
I was just thinking.
yeah. You just can't do anything.
Yeah, you just can't do anything.
There's four of them. One of them is less
That
damage.
funny.
One of them is no charms.
I'm sorry, if I can't beat the Beast Tamer consistently, I can't beat Hollowness consistently. But
That's fair.
to be fair to me, right, Beast Tamer was the last boss I fought in this game.
You mean like God Tamer?
God Tamer, sorry.
Yeah.
Beast Tamer makes more sense. That thing's not a god.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, Grim. Dude, Grim's gotta be my favorite one of my favorite bosses in all of gaming.
That's fair enough.
It's such a cool fight. Maybe Nightmare King Grim can be as close as if I could, you know.
So far with like what I've done with the Radiant bosses, I think the hardest one has been Zote. But like the most infuriating one has been Diablobles.
Oh my god. Oh, Oblobbles Radiant? Oh.
That one was not fun. That one like had you genuinely
That
angry.
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Oh my god.
That one took me a bit.
I don't blame you. That would take. That sounds like the hardest boss in gaming right there.
And Hornet 2 was the most fun.
Yeah, I want to beat the rest of this game. Just because I feel like some of these bosses have got to be in my like top bosses of all time.
Yeah.
I feel like normal Grim's right outside of it. Maybe Nightmare King Grim will get into my like top 5. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Nightmare King Grim a lot from what I've been able to see.
From what you've seen of Nightmare Kingdom.
Yeah, I like how it is just kind of really chaotic, but also like really fast paced. But also there's a very noticeable rhythm to it. I love.
Yeah,
that.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's what I like about normal Grim is it's a dance.
Yeah.
Literally just a dance. If you do it right, you do it really well. If you mess up, you're kind of. And then like Nightmare Kingdom is that if it.
But hard.
Took, cocaine,
Yeah.
heroin, even insert drug. And I love it.
If you like that about Nightmare Kingdom, then you might like Pure Vessel.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of similar. It's not like exactly the same, but it's easy to choreograph Pure Vessel.
Yeah.
Radiance
I like
fucking sucks.
I like boss fights. My favorite boss fight of all time is Slave Knight Gale, the very final boss in the entirety of the Dark Souls series. They really sent that series off with a bang.
That's awesome.
Well, more like a whimper.
With a whimper.
It ends with the entire. It's literally the final boss fight is you and this guy, last people alive ever, just fighting each other for no real reason, and it's just a duel at the end of the world.
That's cool.
And I love that. it is really cool.
It is
and
you and the
boss
snail.
Itself, yeah, it's you and the snail. Yeah, have you seen? There are memes. It's like the snail seeing me, and it's the intro scene for that boss. But anyway, the reason I love it so much is in the first phase, it's very like traditional Dark Souls, not too hard. You got a few combo chains in there. You know, roll behind. You know, roll out of the way of attacks. You get a decent opening. In the second phase, it's basically the same thing, except it adds like a fire trail after every attack. So it's like you have to perfectly time the dodge for the first hit, so you can also dodge the second hit.
It's just Nightmare Kingdom.
Because if you dodge early, you're gonna get hit by the fire trail, and if you dodge, late, you're gonna get hit by the first hit.
Fair enough.
So it's all about timing that in the second phase. And in the third phase, lightning strikes from the heavens. he begins to fire souls of the people he's consumed. That's a bit of lore there. Out of his body at you in massive explosions with like at least 50 projectiles all at once. And then he flips around with his massive greatsword, still leaving these fire trails, might I add. And he has a move where he pogos with his greatsword into the air, pulls out his rapid fire crossbow midair, shoots you with it, and then slams down with his greatsword again.
That sounds pretty dope, honestly.
Yeah, I love him because he has such a varied moveset. So it's like knowing this attack could go into this one, or this one. or this one, this attack can go to this one, or this one, or this one. You have to be prepared for every eventuality at any moment and be able to switch up on a dime.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I love his fight so much with every ounce of my being, but it's so hard. It is my favorite boss fight of all time, but the hardest in the Soul series. I was gonna say the hardest boss fight I've ever experienced of all time, but there are still bosses in this game that I have not done. Which is more a game style rather than
Yeah.
No, I love Metroid. I'm sorry. I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, you know, Metroid Dread's like one of the hardest Nintendo games recently, and it's like, yeah, they're right, but it's like, God, this is a hard Nintendo game.
Yeah. Nintendo games are not known to be hard.
Not anymore.
Not since like the
ones.
90s.
Yeah. A lot of the older ones are pretty hard. I mean, some of the like Metroid like fusions. Oh, it wasn't that hard. But it's like, a lot of the difficulty in older Metroid games, Nintendo games, comes down to like jank and technology at the time, though.
Yeah. Oh, like the
So,
older
yeah.
ones at least.
But like, as someone who has not only not only plays the Dark Souls series through new playthroughs and Bloodborne and Sekiro just regularly for fun. It's kind of weird to hear that being referred to as a hard game when I've used too much harder.
For like Nintendo, it's hard.
Yeah, no, it's very hard for Nintendo. And I mean, I struggled on Final Boss. Final Boss is pretty difficult. But that's just, well, he's pretty difficult in the sense that he has a large health pool. But it's like, he's got a very recognizable pattern, but the health pool is large, so it's like, it gives you a lot of time to mess up.
Fair enough.
You don't like get into the groove of the final boss fight and then just mess up once. And you have to like spend a little bit of time getting back in. And like every hit of his does at least 100 damage and max health is like max health's like near 2,000 I think. But I love that game.
It's like awesome to see like when bosses are like super choreographed like that.
Yes.
Like you can tell what they're doing. I think that's like almost every Hollow Knight boss.
Yeah, that's why I love Hollow Knight a lot.
Yeah.
I love Metroidvania bosses. They're great. I'm not good at them, but they're great.
Especially after playing them in like Radiant mode, it makes you appreciate how like, you can't fuck up. How you have to know every possibility.
Well, I'm okay. Well, I mean, I don't know about going.
Oh yeah, well, like that made me realize. It made me realize like how cool the Hornet 2 fight is.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Doing bosses hitless. In my second playthrough of Metroid Dread, I've already had 3 by the way.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I played it once, normal mode, not trying to speedrun or anything.
Yeah.
100%. And I played it for a second playthrough on hard mode, because you unlock hard mode after beating the final boss. And then I attempted to speedrun it. I got 4 hours, and that's like decent, I think.
Eh.
For a Metroid game, it's pretty decent, because I mean, the speedrun time for Metroid, Super Metroid is 1 hour. That's the record.
Huh.
And it's significantly shorter than that. I don't know this. Metroid Dread's probably the longest Metroid, and then and that was like only ever playing it like every now and then.
Yeah.
Metroid games are short. it's just really funny to me that it's been 19 years since, or 20 years actually, full 20 years.
Like 2001.
Yeah, Metroid Fusion was the final Metroid game released, final side-scrolling 2D Metroid game ever released that wasn't a remake.
And then they did it again.
That actually continued the mainline story, and it took them 20 years to follow up on it. And I mean, the follow-up is really good.
Was it worth the wait?
Well, I didn't have to work the full year.
Was it worth waiting your entire life?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I got into Metroid like 2019. No, I got into Ultimate was released 2018, right?
Yeah, like late 2018.
That's when I got into Metroid. It was Ridley. Ridley did it for me.
That's awesome.
Ridley getting the Smash. That's why I like Smash a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Smash made me wanna go back and play through the Final Fantasy VII remake because they added Sephiroth.
Yeah, same. Smash got me into Persona 5 because of Joker.
Yeah, when you got me into Persona 5, which means that Smash got me into Persona 5.
Yeah.
Smash got me into Persona 5.
Awesome.
Which I still need to keep playing. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, dude, Sephiroth in the remake for Final Fantasy VII, I love him. I think it's his eyes.
He's just so hot.
I mean, look, Sephiroth is a beautiful man.
It's true.
That's all I have to say. Sephiroth is a very beautiful man.
All that needs to be said.
That's all that needs to be said. Yeah. Sephiroth is. I went through a little bit of time being obsessed with Sephiroth.
He is the Darth Vader of gaming.
Yeah. I started playing through the original Final Fantasy VII for a bit there, but I realized I'm not too interested in like turn-based RPG the way those are. Which I mean, they mix it up a bit, sure, but I think that's part of the reason why why I haven't continued Persona 5 yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't like turn-based type games. I was never. I mean, I liked Pokemon as a kid, but that was just because I liked the Pokemon.
Yeah.
The actual fighting. And Persona 5, I'll probably just play it for the story. But I think I'm fine to wait like 10, 20 years for the entirety of Final Fantasy VII. That's it.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just like, I'm fine. I just like the characters.
They are neat characters.
Yeah. I like the characters, and it's a lot harder to get a sense of character from just text.
Who is best girl? I need an answer now.
I said Tifa.
Oh, I didn't hear you. You're right.
No,
You're
yes.
correct in your opinion, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, funnily enough, for a second I was like kind of leaning towards Aerith in that big stretch of time where you're just like with Aerith. That's the only person you're in your party for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I like got back to the point where Tifa joins, and I'm like, no, still Tifa.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, just like Tifa's the only other party member that I actually like to play besides Cloud.
Yeah. Barrett
Tifa's
feels
fun.
so slow. So does Aerith.
Yeah, Barrett feels slow. Aerith feels frail.
Aerith also slow, kind of.
Yeah, Aerith is also pretty slow. Well, I mean, Aerith doesn't feel as slow as Barrett, but like,
Barif.
Due to her animation, her casting animation, you know, it's,
Yeah.
I think Cloud and Cloud's obviously the most fleshed out in terms of combat. for
Yeah.
an obvious reason. And Tifa's also pretty fleshed out in terms of combat. No, maybe it's just because I didn't spend more time like actually learning how to play Aerith than Aerith.
Yeah, you just play Cloud the entire time.
Yeah, I played Cloud the entire time except for those few moments where I did like clutch with Tifa.
Yeah, like you couldn't play as Cloud.
Yeah. Those moments where I like the part where you have to fight against like the monster things.
I like it when you fight the house.
I hated the house. I hate. Well, I hated the house, but it was only because that was like the house was like the first like difficulty fight.
Yeah.
But then like for the other, then as it went on, I was like, yeah, no, this is just kind of my favorite kind of boss fights for like the dual type boss fights.
Mhm.
You ever finish the remaster?
Nah.
Oh.
I still need to.
Final boss is my favorite.
No, don't spoil it.
I won't. But
Don't spoil the part where Cloud and Sephiroth kiss.
yeah, I loved Final Fantasy VII. The 20-minute makeout session between Cloud and Sephiroth was a bit much, but I loved it.
It did a lot for the story when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's really symbolic.
Yeah, I don't. Sephiroth in that game, he's barely in it, but like,
Still hot.
yeah. I do think you should finish the remaster.
I should. I also think I should finish the remaster.
Though also at the same time, it's not like you need to finish it soon because the next part's coming out.
I got a few years in me.
Yeah, you've got a few years to finish it, so I guess don't be in too much of a hurry. Seventh, but like I only like the remaster.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just not into that type of gameplay. I like the action like version more, like where it's more there's actual gameplay in it as well as also the turn-based type elements.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like that kind of game. Okay, well, if this is Zote now, I'm gonna have to devote every ounce of my focus to Zote.
Are you doing Pantheon now?
I have been.
Sick.
I stopped for a bit after Grim to just sit there and talk for a second. I didn't feel too confident talking and also fighting. So that was like my
Fair enough.
So I feel like Zote on paper seems like one of the easier bosses, like he should be.
You would think so, yeah.
Because of his moveset, you know, he's not a complex boss.
Yeah, but he has like RNG.
Yeah.
He has enough RNG to feel like bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, he's a summoning boss. He summons things. Please die soon, please. Getting stunned also works. No, it doesn't work. You got up quicker than I expected. There we go. Anyway, now that Zote's dead.
Nice.
Wait, what's after Zote? It's Ubu, right?
Is it?
Big jellyfish, yeah.
It might be, yeah. Uwu.
And it's Hornet 2.
The cool fight.
I feel like Hornet 2 is a kind of a hard boss fight coming off of Zote. I always come out of like accident.
No, Hornet 2 is after someone else, isn't it?
No, it's after. Well,
No, it's Sly in Hornet 2. Oh wait, are you on the Pantheon Pantheon? Like the Hollow Nest?
I'm on Pantheon 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know on the final one it's Sly and then Hornet 2.
Yeah, for this one it's Umu, or it's Zote, Umu, then Hornet 2, then Sly.
Fair enough.
I do, for the record, I have beaten Sly before, just not in the Pantheon.
Okay.
Just like in the solo fights outside of the thing, I've beaten Sly. I mean, okay, spell builds seem like they'd be cool in this game, but they're not optimal.
Spell. Yeah, they're fun though.
Yeah, no, they are.
Doing spell builds is super fun.
Just something I cannot say for Dark Souls. I never tried it.
Something that I really love about the Hornet 2 fight is that it plays like Smash Bros. Like genuinely. Yeah.
No, yeah. Having just gone through it, I see what you mean, and I understand why you like it.
Yeah, like playing Radiant Hornet 2 feels like playing Smash Bros, which I think is why I'm good at it now.
Yeah. Ah, I forgot Sly opens up that quickly. God, this little bug man is so scary. Sly's not like a hard boss. It's just coming off of Hornet 2 into Sly.
Yeah.
If I could go into Sly with full soul and full health, maybe.
Maybe. What are you going into Sly into though?
Mostly full health, but absolutely no soul.
Oh, okay.
Because I use it all to heal after fighting.
Are you doing Sly right now?
Yeah, I'm doing Sly right now.
Sick.
No! No! Oh, I forgot to get the Great Slash. You didn't kill me. The Dash Slash, that one's also a scary one. I'm just trying to heal, man!
It's very hard to heal with Sly, yeah.
Yeah, Sly is, he keeps the pressure on. And if I could avoid his attacks better, like I can with, like, Grim, then him keeping the pressure on wouldn't feel too hard for me.
Do you want to see how I do Sly?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, I'll...
Wait, are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm still streaming. I'm doing Watch a Nights now.
Alright, I'll hop on one side. I guess I'll wait till I get to the
Alright.
next area. Yeah, Hollow Knight's, my number 5 game of all time, and the only reason it's only number 5 is because it's so...
It might be like my number 4, maybe even number 3. I'm still like deciding where to put Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey was good. I never
It was
played
really good.
through the entirety of Mario Odyssey, like on my own.
You should.
Yeah, it was like my first like playthrough of it. We all like shared an account at that point still, but I have the game actually. I still need to play Breath of the Wild.
You haven't finished it?
Yeah. No, I haven't even played it.
You never even... Really?
Not
I don't have it?
I've played it for like 5 seconds.
I think Breath of the Wild is one of the best games ever made. It's not one of my favorites, but I think just logistically and like in an objective sense,
Yeah,
just one of the best games ever made.
that makes sense. I need to play because it is probably the most technically impressive game to ever exist.
Yeah.
And I think it just is. Like I don't want to add probably there because I feel like I'd be wrong saying probably and not.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen?
Yeah.
It's insane. The graphics are great. It's crazy how they make it look because the Dark Souls series they don't like clip builds. Even when it would make so much more sense to do it, they
Mhm.
will fully 3D render buildings that are miles away.
Yeah.
They won't be high quality models, obviously. But like buildings that you will never visit throughout the entirety of the game, that are not accessible to the map, that are miles in the background, pretty modeled. For
That's
some
interesting.
reason. Yeah. Like there's a lot of that in Dark Souls 1, even more in Dark Souls 2, or in Dark Souls 3. I mean,
Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 has a lot of. Well, Dark Souls 2 does it too. Dark Souls 2, worlds wise, like settings wise, location wise, is actually. They do a really good job making areas. It's just every other part of the game that's really bad.
It looks cool, but the game sucks.
Yeah. Majula, it has the best hub world. Right? The atmosphere of the hub world.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's just. I also like the Emerald Herald because she is the hottest of all of them.
Sick.
Of all of the women that are in the hub world, the mysterious women that are in the hub world, which is in every From Software game ever, except for Elden Ring, because Elden Ring does not have a hub world. It has a mysterious woman that you can summon at any moment into a bonfire. Not called bonfires, but that's.
Oh, is that it? Oh, thank fuck.
Dude, I've never been more hyped for a game.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just said Radiant Watcher Night, and I'm so happy. That is harder than I thought it would be.
Because there's like 5 of them.
It's like 7.
Isn't it like 6 and you could destroy one before the fight normally?
You can't in this,
Yeah.
so there's 7
Yeah.
of them.
Sure, I thought there were 6.
Well, I just fucking did Radiant, so what do you know?
Yeah, that's fair. They might add one.
Fuck.
But I swear I remember the numbers.
Now I have to do Radiant No Eyes. Oh shit, dude. Oh
Radiant
fuck.
No Eyes.
What am I gonna do, bro?
What's the hardest, like, secret boss fight?
Hardest what boss fight?
Besides the dwarf, of course.
Hardest what boss fight?
Hardest, like, dream, like, spirit boss fight. Not dream boss fight, because that'd probably be, like, Minor Kingdom.
Yeah. Unless you want to count like Radiance and Emerald Grim, then it's like obvious.
Radiance
but...
is technically a dream boss fight, so...
Yeah, I guess you could say Radiance.
I find Radiance easier than that. But
If you want...
Absolute Radiance, I don't know.
Do you mean like the Dreamers or like the False Knight and Dream guy?
No, like
Like the
Like
upgraded Dream guys?
no, like Gorb.
Like Gorb, like those guys?
Yeah, those guys.
I'd say Markov.
Is that the one with the shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's definitely designed to be the hardest, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the last one you fight most of the time. Of course, I mean it's not linear.
But it's Elder Who.
Elder Who's the hardest one. You got that pancake slam.
He got that pancake slam on deck.
Yeah, Hollow Knight's one of the better games that I've ever played, and by that I mean one of the... I wouldn't go so far as to call it a masterpiece.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's fair. In terms of game design, it's like really well done.
Yeah, it's a very well done game. Very few, like, flaws that are objective.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, that's like, objectively, very good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like when I call a game a masterpiece, I never mean it in like an opinion way. Which I feel like kind of goes against what that would be.
Yeah.
But when I call a game a masterpiece, I mean like it's a very well designed. It's like a game that is without objective flaw.
Not any major one though.
Yeah.
Would you go as far as say any game is art?
Yes.
What game would you call art? Bloodborne.
I mean, you should have known I was going to answer Bloodborne.
Fair enough.
Bloodborne is, in my opinion, the best game of all time.
That's fair.
The best game I've ever played. Like Nate at one point. Genuinely, I feel as though that is just wrong.
To say it's not a masterpiece.
Yeah, to say Bloodborne is not a masterpiece would be just wrong. Not in like I like the game that much. It's more like I can see people not liking it for its difficulty and gameplay. But outside of personal preference and taste in video games, it's a masterpiece. However much you enjoy it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Polarizing game. If you don't like the type of game, you can hate it. But really good. And I guess it does have some objective flaw, which goes against what I said earlier. But the difference is it's a From Software game,
Which means it's perfect.
which means it's perfect. Bro, Umu, what? What's going on here?
I think there's only one game that I would ever call art, and that would honestly be Celeste.
That's fair. That game's very artistic.
It is. It's very. There's like tons of like actual like symbolism, like close to like honest literature.
I mean, Bloodborne has that too.
Yeah, whatever. It sends a message.
Bloodborne doesn't actually have a lot of like symbolism, I guess. It's a Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
The whole point is that it is. Yeah. Bloodborne is the closest video games will ever get to capturing H.P. Lovecraft's. Because obviously it has to be a video game.
Yeah.
The way an H.P. Lovecraft video game completely true to form would work is you go insane and die.
Sick.
After seeing it. You wouldn't really have any control over the game. It'd be a...
Would have been a better game.
But like Bloodborne is like, whilst it's very Lovecraftian in the sense that you cannot understand any of it, because that's you can never know what that thing is. That thing is larger than you. That thing knows more than you, that thing is infinitely over you, and
Yeah.
you amount to nothing. That's Lovecraft, right?
Mhm.
Except the difference between that and Bloodborne is that may be true, but I'm still killed. It is being murdered at my hands. I don't care if I know what it is. It is dead now. Which I guess is a. I don't know. I like that. I'm not gonna
I don't know
lie.
who I am or what I'm doing. I just know I must murder.
That is the Souls series. That is
No,
it.
I did it. I made a Souls game.
Yeah. Dark Souls 1, I'd say honestly, I'd go as far as to say Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls and Bloodborne are genuine masterpieces.
That's understandable.
I'm not gonna call. I mean, the first half of Dark Souls. The first half and the DLC, genuine masterpieces.
Only the top half of the Mona Lisa is good.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of, but like, Dark Souls only falls apart in terms of like pacing at the end, because basically what it does is it's linear up until you do a certain thing, then you have 4 main bosses to kill, in no particular order, except they're all like the same.
That's just fucking Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, the only issue is at the end there's a pacing problem.
Oh.
In terms of boss difficulty, because it's like, well, this first boss I fought was hard, but now I'm a high enough level that this last boss I'm fighting is easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of how those end up going.
It's
But
it's hard to balance a game like that.
yeah, I don't think that's really a fault. I don't think that's a fair criticism. Well, it is a fair criticism.
Well, that's a thing that could be fixed with enough tweaking.
Yeah, it could be fixed, and it is fixed in later Souls games.
I guess.
By simply making never actually. Which I mean, like, depending on how you do it, it's very very hard to make a non-linear structure to any part of your game. To be honest.
Making games is hard.
It's not like you go place, kill one boss, go kill other boss. It's like you go to this area, you fight more often than not several bosses to get to the main boss, and then you kill the boss, and then you fight area bosses. But the order's up to you. Want to kill God first, or do you want to kill a big tree first? That is one of the bosses, is a big tree. There's another boss in Dark Souls, or in Dark Souls 3 that's a big tree, but it's a different kind of big tree.
It's like the Kirby games.
Yeah.
You start off fighting Big Tree and then you end killing God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's the main 4 bosses at the end of Dark Souls 1. It's a big dragon with no scales.
Dragon eats nuts across her mouth?
Yeah, it's a big scaleless dragon.
Without scales?
Yeah, without scales.
Ah.
That's like the whole lore behind it is
That's
like,
gross.
The whole lore behind it was like the world was just gray with giant trees and dragons that were completely immortal because their scales can't be broken. They were immortal age-wise, but then their scales were impervious.
It's like a hairless cat.
Yeah, so he's basically a hairless dragon.
A hairless dragon.
Except what ends up happening is a fire is like born, and that kind of births humans, or not humans, but gods and
The Radiance.
yeah. There's a lot of parallels between Dark Souls and Hollow,
Fair enough.
which isn't unintentional on Team Cherry's.
Or they meant it to be like Dark Souls.
Well, there was some inspiration, a good amount you can tell. Like obviously not like gameplay, but just like art and
Oh yeah, I saw the fucking video of the lore finally of Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like games that have lore that's like communicated to you not directly,
Mhm.
but like if you look at this thing long enough, it's like.
I'm fine with either. Even if they just tell you, it's fine.
Yeah. It depends on the quality of the story still overall, but Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, they all have that kind of storytelling. Because like I mean, like you're told the story in the sense that it's like go here and do this because that is kind of just your job.
Yeah.
There's a lot more lore into it that goes into it, like the backstory of why you're even doing this. Why are you here? What are you? What am that?
Mhm.
What is that thing? Why does it exist? Why is it? That's what I like. Bloodborne especially, because Bloodborne is just like you're a hunter, and it's the middle of a hunt. All a hunt is just people turning into that you as a hunter.
Mhm.
That's your
Murder.
whole job. It's like a yearly thing. This happens every year because they decided that they would use this old blood from gods to heal themselves, and it worked at first until they all started to
Mhm.
as you do in a Lovecraftian setting.
Murder.
And so as a hunter, that's what you gotta do. And then, you're just killing these beasts until you kill a god,
Yeah.
as you do.
Of course.
You just kinda
Regular
stumble
Monday.
upon it. You just kind of stumble upon it and kill it. It's like the god of illusions, basically, and it hides like the truth.
Just like it's an ant. It's like, oh, whoops, I stepped on a god.
Well, it's actually a spider. That's not a joke.
Nah, whoopsies.
Obviously it's not like a small spider that you can kill in one hit.
Ew, there's a god in my bathroom and we step on it real quick.
Yeah. It's the god of illusions. It hides the truth from the commoners that don't have insight.
Mhm.
So it just kind of is like, hey, the world is normal, by the way. Nothing wrong here. The world is not bad.
Everything fine.
Everything is not fine, but they make it look like it is. Even
Nah,
though
it's fine.
what they let people see is still very messed up.
Mhm.
They're like, the world's fine enough. We just have to deal with this like once a year. But then they hide the massive things on the side of buildings that just kind of go up and go insane and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
It hides well, just all the gods basically.
The god home per se.
Yeah. Once you kill it, then everyone's like, okay, first of all, why'd you? Second of all,
Hey yo.
it's like it's a bad idea to kill to kill it. Well, but the boss is required. And the game culminates with you. Actually, no spoilers. You should play the game yourself.
Alright, fair enough.
But like, basically, you go from an exterminator basically to spoiler. You go from an exterminator to like
You'd have to say it if it's a spoiler.
No, I'm trying to find a way to put it that's like not a spoiler, but like specific enough to where it relates to the game, but not a spoiler. But I don't know if that's really possible. Because I could say
And then don't. I guess, I don't know.
it's like you go from an exterminator to also an exterminator, but gods.
Fair enough.
Go from an exterminator
A god slayer.
to a god slayer, yeah. Except it's
That's sick.
it's not that either. I don't know, man. But if you can't tell, Bloodborne has a convoluted story,
Yeah.
which is by design, and I love it.
Is it a good story, though?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, actually. There's a lot of lore, and it's funny because you get the lore from random items you pick up. You can just kind of read the description and then be like, "Oh, by the way, Gehrman's testicles are blue."
You have obtained Zeus's left nut.
You have to eat umbilical cords to get the true ending.
That's so weird. Eating
Yeah.
umbilical cords.
There are 4 items in the game. These 4 items are named 1/3 of an umbilical cord. It's, you know, I don't think it's implied that there's only one umbilical cord. It's just, it's a third of an umbilical cord. And it's the umbilical cord of a god, basically.
The doctor cut it in thirds because he was a psychopath.
Yeah, yeah. And the only reason there's 4 is, like, so you can get the true ending easier. Obviously.
There's
But you
1/3 of the umbilical cord for the baby, 1 for the mom, and 1 for the dad.
So you get 1 because the gods decided to impregnate a random hooker. And then near the end of the game, you just find her in a sewer system with her baby on the floor. Very grotesque baby. Not
That's a Jesus reference.
Yeah. They do that a few times. There's a girl that like kind of sits in doggy style, waiting for the gods to come.
In doggies? You mean like a fetal position? Or...
No, like
no, just like in doggy style.
like on her hands and knees on a table, just kind of waiting. Which I don't know if that's how that works.
This is the Virgin Mary.
But she does end up getting what she wanted. Yeah.
Mad Puss.
No, well, more like mad.
Mad Dick.
Yeah, except it actually makes you go mad.
Mad Puss.
Because like when you find her, she's like completely like I guess brain dead. In a sense, completely insane, just kind of twitching on a table.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put her out of her misery, and she gets, and you just get the umbilical cord out of her.
Huh.
And then you have to eat it.
That's
Once
gross.
once you get the whole umbilical cord, you eat all 3 parts. Which, I
You
guess
become the
gives
baby.
Yeah, it gives you the power to, I guess, fight off the effects of, what's it called again?
Now I'm gonna ask my mom if she still has my umbilical cord. So that I may eat it and become the ultimate being.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, can I just say, Bloodborne makes you feel really cool.
That makes sense.
Except it doesn't, it's not like a game where it's like really cinematic, like quick time events makes you feel kind of cool. Makes you feel cool. It's like genuine, like you have to be skilled,
Yeah.
but it rewards you by making you feel really cool.
I like it when a game makes you like work for like the cool factor.
Yeah. It definitely does do that.
It's also cool when they make it so that they just kind of give you the cool factor.
Yeah, I like that
That's
too.
fine too.
I liked Metal Gear Rising.
It's also cool when you're like a fucking like Marvel Spider-Man.
Dude, Okay, can I just say, Metal Gear Rising?
Uh
That game is wild.
huh.
The memes.
How so?
Memes
Memes.
is a line that the final boss kind of says.
Memes.
You fight the president of the United States, senator, or not? Sorry, not a. He's a senator. Not a president.
The final boss is Biden.
Yeah, it's just. It's just Oh god, it's. Have you never played Metal Gear Rising?
I have not.
Oh my god.
I don't know a lot about it either.
I definitely recommend it. That's all I can say is I definitely recommend it. You play as a cyborg ninja.
Okay, I'm on board already.
You play as a cyborg ninja.
That was the coolest sentence you could have possibly said.
Yeah. You play as a cyborg ninja named Raiden.
Right in the stick.
Raiden was in the previous Metal Gear games as a like young
In the liquid
child.
ones and the gas ones.
Yeah, and basically by Revengeance, I think he gets like injured at one point, and then becomes a cyborg ninja.
Sick.
Yeah. And then like at the beginning of the game, he gets injured again, so they upgrade him to make him more better.
Pog.
His armor, his design, he literally has like a black like jawbone lining his own jaw like as an armor piece, which is great.
That is
And
awesome.
it's obviously just there for fashion, but some of the cutscenes just kind of point out, just have the funniest like kind of slow motion zoom in close ups on a blade like grazing his chin, and it's like, oh, thank God that thing was there. Like it's so funny.
The Crimson Chin.
Now more like the I'm not gonna say it.
I know what you're thinking though.
I'm sorry. The fact that that's in Fairly Odd Parents, I know it's not. I know it's not what he's saying, but oh my god.
I don't want to say it because I'm live. I'll get canceled.
Anyway, so yeah, you're a cyborg ninja. You get sent on an undercover mission in another country to get revenge on the other cyborg ninjas that cut your arm off.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the end of the game, you're fighting a senator a presidential candidate. I think he ends up running for president. That's like his plan.
It's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, he's memes.
He's memes.
But I don't know what memes means in the game. But he literally says, he says something about like memes.
President memes.
Yeah. Your character's name
Name is what? I might cut out.
Some of the main villains call him Jack because it's like he has this whole edgy backstory thing where he was Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I've heard that.
As a kid, yeah, as a kid.
Yeah.
The whole thing is like murderous instinct type thing. Anyway, the game has a free game feature, except with your blade, where you can cut any angle you want, and if the enemy's like low on health, or you're hitting him in the right spot, or if it's just one of the grunt enemies, then this means you can cut them into as many pieces as you want.
That's awesome.
It is really cool. It's like the main selling point of the game. Most of the time, you just kind of want to align it with like a core, because it'll like highlight like a core of the enemy that you need to target, and then you slice it, and then press a button to grab the core and kill them. But the gameplay is really fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long time since I played the game, but it was great. But like, yeah, the
Sounds
only
pretty
reason I
dope.
got the game, I saw Jacksepticeye playing the game a long time ago when I was a
Legit.
kid, and then one day I got a gift card and I was like, wait,
This is my chance to be Jacksepticeye.
this is my chance. So I so I bought the game. It's on my Xbox 360 actually. I got it on my Xbox 360 because
Oh yeah, those exist.
yeah. I don't remember why I bought it on my Xbox 360, but I should re-download it on my Xbox One.
You have an
What I
Xbox
would
One?
say. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I have a PS4, Xbox One. I was thinking about actually getting a Series X
My man's rich.
if I could get one. I mean, I'm gonna get a PS5 first. That's my priority.
I think if you have PS5, I don't think you need a Series X.
Well, I wanted to get Series X for Halo Infinite, but I know you can play Halo Infinite on Xbox One. But I'm also getting the PS5 to play it before I play Elden. I have to say this. Yeah. I probably won't get a Series X though, just because it's I mean that's.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Just play like
But
Splitgate or something.
I'm gonna tell you, I will
Will?
buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know how soon, but I swear to God.
I probably will one day, not anytime in like the near future though.
I'm trying to maybe get one for Christmas.
When does Elden Ring come out?
February.
Okay. Is that
No,
like the only game that matters there, and that and like maybe Demon Souls?
The Demon Souls remake and Elden Ring, yeah.
Fair enough.
And maybe Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Isn't that just like a little bit of content?
Spider-Man Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably.
I think it's only like a DLC almost.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. Anyway, I'm gonna get it.
Fair enough.
I mean, if I'm getting a PS5, I know you can buy Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS4. But you're also gonna be able to buy Elden Ring on PS4.
Yeah, but you don't want to buy Elden Ring on PS4.
Yeah, I don't want to buy Elden Ring on a PS4, even though I know it'll probably run fine. I just need the real experience. You know, I need the true experience. If I can get it, of course. And I will not buy Elden Ring until I get a PS5.
Fair enough.
Probably a lie. I'll probably cave in. But, you know. And I want it also just for Demon Souls, because, I mean, that game looks amazing. I'm like, I've never seen a better looking game. It looks like a cutscene all the time.
But what about Red Dead Redemption 2?
No,
Fair enough.
nowhere near. Well, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks good, but like, I don't know, like some of the gameplay trailers for Demon Souls genuinely look like cutscenes. Because that's just how good that game looks.
That's cool.
Yeah. Have you seen gameplay for it?
I don't think so.
Look
I've
it
seen
up.
trailers. I'll look it up in a bit.
Just look up the gameplay trailer, because it is. It's not like a. It's not like a gameplay trailers
You finish this fight and I'll look at it. Where are you in Hollow Knight, by the way?
Taking a break after Grim.
Alright. Did you want to see Sly in a bit? Shit.
Huh?
Did you want to see Sly?
Oh yeah. Whenever you can, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I did just die, so... I'm gonna look up Demon Souls gameplay
You
trailer.
should. You definitely should look up the Demon Souls gameplay trailer.
That's what I'm doing right now.
And great game, honestly. Great game.
It's like 4 minutes long.
Well, I haven't played the game, obviously, but like graphics-wise. Probably
When do they get to the gameplay? Oh, is that it? Is that game? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it is gameplay.
There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, he kicked that motherfucking skelly man.
Yeah. Elden Ring, not Elden Ring. Demon Souls.
He fucking bitch slapped that one skeleton in one hit. Said "fuck you," and dipped onto the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Dark Souls. Demon Souls. Same
Let me
thing.
see. Let me see how Sly works. What's my Sly build? Ah, this is fine. Well. No, it's
Why are you
anybody.
overcharmed? Oh, I forgot it. It's Radiant.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna do it a tune. This isn't where Sly is.
Doing Sly attuned with overcharmed?
Yes. So a boss like that.
At that point, just do Radiant.
I can't yet.
At that point, just do Radiant.
I need to do like Ascended first. Let me see if I can remember how Sly works.
Wait a minute. So it's the normal one. It's attuned, ascended, then it's Radiant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you play Sly makes a lot of sense. However, I am
Shit.
not into making sense.
Making sense is cringe.
Making sense is cringe.
Just make sure not to go after him after he lands. Because when he lands from the air, it looks like a time to attack him, but it's not at all.
Yeah. That's probably my biggest like issue.
This is being patient with him.
Then what is the opening?
After he does the circle spin, pretty much.
So midair.
Yeah. Now,
Good to know. Good to know.
and here's how you do the next phase.
Don't. Oh yeah, that looks a lot. That's easy. That's pretty easy, huh?
Yeah. Just bait him towards you and then dash away. And that's
Yeah.
Sly. I forgot to bow.
I'm gonna die.
Nah.
That's pretty easy.
I did get hurt a lot. Well, I am overcharmed.
Yeah.
I can try to do it without whatever Nail Master, so it looks more like what you could do.
No, I have Nail Master equipped.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do Ascended while I'm here. That's the wrong one.
I already clicked off the stream.
Well, I'm already doing it.
Then
I'll probably do Radiant later.
it says Garden of Eyes.
Bro! You look
like that. Finally, Bloodborne is playable.
Yay.
There's a door after a certain boss fight. It's just a small door, but it links up directly with another door. But you just cannot open it. Cannot open this door. If you open it with like mods, there's still an invisible barrier in it. And then removing that invisible barrier, it's a shortcut.
Sick.
A useless. It's a largely useless shortcut. But the open door prompt is still there for the door, but only on one side of it.
Hmm.
But then it just said, when you try to open it, it says this door is closed. Which, like, yeah, that's kind of the point.
True. Can I open it now?
Whoa, that's true. It's like when you click on something in Pokemon and it's like a description of the item and you meant to use it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this is
a closed door.
This is a closed door. There's a few messages like that. And it's so weird that is a message.
Mm-hmm.
It may be like, maybe it's a translating thing, because it's made in Japanese. Well, no, it's not made in Japanese. It's made in English. But they're made in Japanese.
They translated the English wrong.
Yeah, maybe they got their English wrong for that. The door is closed, thus meaning I cannot open it. Which is an alternative to the door being closed, thus meaning I can open it. It just depends on which one your character feels like.
The door is a push, not a pull.
Yeah. There's the characters in Bloodborne are canonically massive, huge people.
Even
By that,
like,
I mean they're
the people?
They're like 6 foot, like
6'9".
That's just a 69 joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they're like 6. I want to say near like 7 foot.
6'12".
And them holding the weapons still look big next to them. Despite their stature. And that's really funny. Because like even the most basic like quick weapons in the game, like faster weapons, are still really big to them.
Mm-hmm.
There's only like 3 weapons that I could name right now that aren't oversized. And that's the katana type weapon, the katana except it has a dagger on the end that you can split apart into a dual wielding weapon. The dagger except it splits into 2 daggers weapon. Those are all normally sized.
Alright.
The saw blade.
There's a saw blade?
No, saw cleaver, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Which is an objectively cooler name than saw.
The chainsaw?
There is no chainsaw, but there is a pizza cutter.
Hell yeah. Same thing, really.
It's a chainsaw pizza cutter, basically.
So a chainsaw.
Yeah, actually, I lied.
Stop
It's called the
lying.
whirligig saw. It's literally a circular buzz saw on a stick.
That makes sense why it's called that then.
Yeah. It's like the highest DPS weapon in the game. Because there is a button where you can just hold it in front of your enemy and just kind of let it spin there for a bit. And it does a lot of damage if you also light it on fire. So the flaming chainsaw is actually a pretty good weapon.
The flaming chainsaw.
Yeah. I mean, what game... I don't think a game could be any better than Bloodborne if they didn't also have a moment where you can chainsaw Cthulhu with a flaming chainsaw in the groin.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not a joke. That's just an actual thing you can do.
You could do that in Terraria. Kind of. But not really.
But is the chainsaw on fire?
No, but the chainsaw can be a sawtooth shark.
Can the sawtooth shark be on fire?
No, but it can be a fucking shark.
That's true.
Which is
But is it his groin?
You can point it at his groin, I guess.
Okay, real quick. They have the Eye of Cthulhu. They have the
Brain.
brain. They have the moon presence, which is basically like his upper body.
Yeah. But where his dick?
Yeah, where's his?
I want to fight the dick of Cthulhu.
There's like his entire lower half. It's like he's just hanging.
That's just the Eater of Worlds. That man's packing.
This guy's schmeat. Yeah. So I've seen like fan art of like the entire Cthulhu boss like in Terraria, right? He's like really tall.
Yeah.
I just imagine that, except it's only the lower half, and his dong hangs to his ankles.
He casually trips over his own dick.
Yeah, that's his primary attack. I like the idea. I've always liked the idea of boss fights where they don't actually know you're there. They're just accidentally hurting you by simply existing, and you're trying to kill it.
Yeah.
That, except it's Cthulhu constantly tripping over his own
It's like the wall of flash. He's like walking towards one side of the screen. You just have to kill it before it gets to the other side.
Yeah. Well, once you kill the main boss, the dong actually separates from the legs and starts floating around, shooting laser beams at you.
It becomes the destroyer.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking hate Markov.
What?
I hate Markov.
I don't know. Anyway, oh, the
Fuck.
shield guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate Shield Man.
I need to get back into Monster Hunter.
You need to get back into my anus.
I thought you were gonna say you need to get back into
Have you ever
That
gotten
would-
into Have you ever gotten into penny trading?
penny trading?
You know what penny trading is?
No.
You're penetrating my ass. Got him, dude.
Yeah.
That shit on camera.
Wait, did I ever tell you? Remember the girl I asked you for advice for when she
Yeah.
hit me up randomly?
Yeah,
Did I
yeah.
ever tell you what ended up happening there?
What?
So, one day I was feeling. I'm ashamed to admit it, but one day I was feeling a little down bad. Let's just,
Uh-huh.
so I messaged her.
Okay.
I asked her if she was like joking about it because she left me on scene. Uh,
Okay.
and she's like, no, I was completely serious. However, this is like 2 weeks later, by the way. I have a
Uh-huh.
boyfriend.
Oh.
She moved on quick.
Did she not have a boyfriend when she like told you?
I'm assuming not.
Eh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
um, she then a few days later, I messaged her on a Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
The very same Saturday. This was exactly a week ago, day-wise.
Mm-hmm.
She hits me up. Well, seems like I don't have a boyfriend anymore. And then I'm like, oh,
Oh man,
man,
that's so sad.
that sucks. Then we start talking,
Oh man.
and like 2 days in, she says, and I quote, I-L-Y.
What?
I-L-Y.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought I thought that
So
was
I guess now
yeah.
the fact that she didn't spell out the full thing um, and then 2 days after this,
Mm-hmm.
well, okay, so
She
immediately,
says I
like
have a new boyfriend.
almost immediately after saying this, right?
Yeah.
She says like, "Hey, we should go." 'Cause she's not allowed to go outside of school.
Uh-huh.
Um, and she was like, "Hey, we should hang out on lunch." Well, she didn't say we should hang out. She said we should go on a lunch date.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh boy."
Dude. You texted her back. Ooh boy, yippee, what a treat.
Oh, gee willikers, that sounds great. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." That sounds fun, you know.
Yeah.
And so, we go. I don't have any money. She has $8, right? I promise. I promised like beforehand. Well, I didn't want her to buy me anything. To be clear, I'm
Uh-huh.
a nice person. But she ended up buying me a drink, and
Awesome.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay you back for this, by the way. And she was like, no, don't do that. And I was like,
Okay.
no.
No, I will.
No, I
Thank
will.
you.
And so after we had that back and forth for a little bit, like after the date, I mean.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I do wanna mention Sam. While I was gone, said like I'm gonna do an impression of Damon, and his impression was like, look at me, I'm gay, well now.
Uh-huh.
And then like Javen, who is this girl's cousin, and who walked by us and saw us and was like, "Hey, yo, what you doing?" And I was like, "Please leave." Because they're just cracking the gayest jokes you can think of. Zach, his brother, literally came up and said, "Oh man, I think we're meant to be my personal punchline. Are you cheating on me now?"
Okay.
Right in front of her.
Yeah.
And then later, Zach comes up and says, "To what you doing? Get in." Text you this line because I don't really feel comfortable saying it out loud, especially because it was said right in front of her.
Okay.
Also because I share. This is his cousin, by the way. And then so in response to that, I said, "Yeah, your mom's."
Oh, let me see what it was.
It's a banger of a
What you doing, you pussy?
That was his cousin, by the way, that I was sitting right next to when he said that.
Sick.
Yeah.
Chad maneuver.
Chad maneuver. And when he said that, she was like, "Oh." And when I said yes, she was like, "Oh." And I said, "Your mom." She was like, "Oh."
He's like, aw.
And I think that's the moment where it went downhill. Which, yeah. Anyway, so
She
after
then
this-
left immediately.
Yeah, so we keep talking for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, eventually we would go our separate ways.
As you
We
do.
didn't go our separate ways at the lunch. We went our separate ways like 10 minutes towards the end of lunch to go back to our respective friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was very down for, because I was suffering.
Fair enough.
And then, so after that, I texted. I will. And then it was like, she was like, "No." I said, "Yeah." I said, "No, yeah, no, yeah." Keep in mind, it was like her saying, me saying yeah, then her saying like an hour later, no. Saying yeah, like a few minutes later, and her saying like an hour later, no. Before this, she was pretty energetic, I guess. And I was like, I'm just saying, I was doing a pretty good job matching her.
That's good.
One of the first things she said to me was, "How tall are you?" And
Uh-oh.
it didn't go where I thought it was gonna go. I said 5'6".
Okay.
And she was like, "I'm 5'2". I can hug you from behind. And I was like, "Oh, this is the energy we're going with."
Oh. So that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, and that's kind of how that went most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then after going back and forth for a bit, her responding really late and stuff, she was like, hold on, let me read out the text. Sorry.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna read out the exact, like, kind of conversation. Hey, I'm also talking to someone else right now, by the way.
Boy.
And I was like, as in, like, the same as me? And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fair enough."
Fair enough.
That's
Gotcha.
not what I mean, okay, so we weren't, like, in a relationship or anything, right?
Of course, yeah.
So, you know, she's not obligated to not talk to other people. In fact, I think it's fine if you're talking to multiple people at once and you just end up choosing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna back off now. Because, I mean, I was interested in her, but she hit me up first.
Yeah.
And I was like, she hit me up first. I'm still not in the best mental state. Actually, I feel better after. Now I feel better than before I met her.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't to say that like she was an overall good impact on my life. It was more of a, yeah, I don't think I need anyone.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm at that point.
That's good.
Well, kind of.
Well.
I'm at that point, in like, I'm fine on my own for now, but wouldn't hurt. That's the point I'm at right now. But I'm overall fine on my own. I kind of just stopped it.
That's understandable.
Which is a mindset that I want to keep. I like just not caring about it. unless it's like important.
Yeah, but it's also important to like have someone, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still sorting out how I feel about Nayeli.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not still sorting it out. I know how I feel. I'm trying to tell if she still wants to be friends or not, and trying to get myself to do it. Anyway. I'm, by the way, convinced she hates me. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
So she says this, and I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Continue talking for a little while. Her and her friend share an account.
Okay.
This is only slightly important. She said, and at this point I'm already like I've lost interest, but I'm gonna keep going at it because I'm. It was her thighs. Anyway. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I sent her a meme. And it was meant to be like, haha, this is funny reason why I'm sus with homies.
Yeah.
I already mentioned being sus with homies, but I don't think she thought it that.
The hoes will never understand it.
I'll never understand, yeah.
They'll never understand the homies.
And she was like, I feel like you're the second one. Have you seen the meme yet?
No. I just got it. Let me look at it. It's cock, bro. Let me suck it.
Yeah, it's basically that, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I feel like you're the second one. I was like, nah, it very rarely said it to me. I'm like, well, I mean, I just said I said the suck a lot.
Yeah.
But, which is why I'm straight. And then she said, I think it's easier to send a screenshot.
Okay. Oh, then do it.
I'm gonna cut out my response because it's the
Cringe.
lightly
What?
I think it only seems horny to me
Knowing the true intent.
knowing the true intent. Yeah.
Them thighs, though.
Look, shit. I'm just saying. Okay, wait.
I'm just saying.
Like the first day we were talking, she was doing this thing like where she was like flexing on me with her ability to do like that thing where your index finger and your middle finger in the form of a heart, you know?
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that, and she was like flexing on me that she could. And she sent me a video of her like setting her just like kind of sitting back and like and doing that, switching to like the whole hand one, and then switching back seamlessly, right?
Yeah.
Except an interesting detail of this was she was wearing a baggy jersey with like short enough shorts to where you couldn't see them, or just no pants. Either one. That was like the first day we were talking. And I mean, I'm just saying.
Saw the thighs.
Hey. I'm a fine man. I'm a simple man. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. She says that and then suddenly I couldn't tell you why. I really couldn't. But suddenly I'm a lot more interested.
It's the horny.
Yeah. But then she proceeded to ghost me, and I was like, yeah, I don't have much.
Are you still like ghosted now?
Yeah. and that's funny. That's really funny to me. Anyway, that's only the start of it.
You said you were ghosted.
No, that's like the first half, and then I'm gonna tell you.
What's the
I made
tea,
a
sis?
mistake last night.
Okay.
This mistake was. You still streaming?
Yeah.
You been watching?
No. Do you want me to stop?
No.
Okay.
It's not that.
Well, no. Well, I can stop because like no one's fucking watching anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I messaged Maeli last night.
Yeah, just to be safe, I'll stop anyway. Goodbye, stream. Stay red. Lamau.